Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to be working on page 158 today. And we're going to focus on representing these multiplication and times tables by using the associative property and using visual models to represent it. And when we zoom in, we are going to focus on making sure that we are understanding whole numbers to multiplying fractions. And when we have whole numbers, you really need to understand that with them comes a denominator of 1 because it is considered 6 whole. And this looks like this is what 6 whole looks like. So when we multiply, we are literally multiplying 6 times 3 is 18, and 1 times 4 is 4. So that's why the 4 stays the same. The denominator stays the same because you're always multiplying by 1. So with whole numbers, okay? 18 fourths. You can decompose this by taking out whole numbers each time. That's just gonna take you forever to do that. I want you to focus more on knowing your multiplication facts. So I can actually take out 16 fourths. I know that's 4 whole. And we're going to have 2 fourths left over. 2 fourths left over. Okay, perfect. So that's our first one. Let's go to our second one and see what we'll get. 7 times 5/8. And we'll get 7 times 5/8. We will work on making sure 7 times 5 is 35. And then the eighths just follows. Okay? Now we need to know multiplication facts. I know 32 eighths is 4 whole because 4 times 8 is 32. So I got 4. And then what do I have left over? I have a little 3/8 left over. All right, perfect. Let's go on to C. I'll do one more for you, and then I want you to do the rest on your own. This is pretty self-explanatory right here. Let's do 13. So 13, let me move it over. 13 times 2/3. 13 times 2 is 26. And then the 3 stays the same, because remember, there's 1 underneath. There's 1 underneath these whole numbers. All right. So figuring out how close I can get to 26, I know that I can take out 12 thirds, which is 4 whole. I can probably take out another 12 thirds because that's 20 fourths, and I'll have 2 thirds left over. So that is this is secretly 4, 8. So I have 8 and 2 thirds. Cool. And you could have decomposed that in different ways. You could have taken out just 24 thirds and knew that was 8, but I broke this up into, decomposed it differently. All right, I would like for you to try D, E, F, and the word problem on 4. I'm going to set you up with that word problem on 4. We can go over it together real fast. So if you aren't done with D, E, F, you can pause the video and you can replay it once you get to number 4. Okay? Now, it's a little uneven because I took a picture of the paper, so just bear with me, okay? Mrs. Smith bought some orange juice. Okay, now each member of her family drank 2/3 cup for breakfast, all right? There are 5 people in her family. So there are 5 people in her family, and each of them can drink 2/3 of a cup. How many cups of orange juice did they drink altogether? All right, nice. So this is exactly what we're working with here with this multiplication. So 5 times 2/3. So there's 5 of them. They all can drink 2/3. Let's just multiply it and find out. I mean, you can add it if you want. Right? You can do this. It's just going to take a lot longer for you to do it. That's all. So instead of adding all of them like this, we can multiply 5 times 2/3. All right, everybody, have a good one, and I hope that today's math lesson is not too complicated. It's just right for you, and you feel pretty comfortable. Have a good one.